Is it one?
What is it?
It's just
Dennis
the open
stands in the doorway.
space. It's the open space. You need a bit of open space.
You don't want to get too
See you later.
near.
That's
what it is.
Not the other one, Dennis. It's in my pocket, right? Does it? So you can just hold the zeros.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we just listen up just for a couple of minutes, please? I'm not going to say anything. I'm unfortunately going to pass it over to Mr. McDonald just to sum up Dennis.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
You're running on 10 minutes.
Dennis is sad.
Well, you sit down. Normally we say this is a sad occasion when somebody's leaving, but I think everybody's got a big smile on their face then, so well, it's a happy occasion, you know. Most people probably wonder what you've got in your hand there, but anyway, obviously you're leaving us for 13 years.
12, 13, but we'll
into your 13th year now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You know, which is obviously been a long, long time wrench. I have to say that, I mean, you were one of the first persons, when I first came here, I remember the staff came in virtually the first week and says, oh, there's something I want to complain. I don't, not complain, but is there any way that you can do something about it? I'm teaching along the corridor at one end this year, and I can't because all my class can hear is Dennis speaking, you know, he insists on teaching with his door open, and the rest of the classes. And you probably remember, the outcome of that was that we actually lost the classroom upstairs. We had to demolish a wall because that little partition wall just was open, you know. And then because you moved along the corridor, but as I say, you then had your doors wide open. And you know, we were all able to enjoy your lessons.
That's the effective teaching, Bob. Can't believe philosophy. Should have got paid more for that.
So how you're going to manage in Singapore, I'm not sure, but I was interested in the conditions of service under which you're going out there, and I just wondered whether how you combat that as being as generous as you have and send over 2,500 plus money and just say, here we are, and you'll get a big welcome when you get there, and we all enjoy your money. Well, but hopefully that will be resolved shortly, and I'm sure it will be. Dennis, you're obviously going to be a big miss to the college. I think you've been involved in almost all the curriculum activities that go on in the college, plus, of course, being involved with very much of the staff, new staff who you've been involved with the mentoring and induction of them over the years. Well, so on behalf of the Staff Association, I'm delighted to be able to hand you this small gift. I know that you're intent to make two speeches, one just now, you're ready to knock us all into place, but also the drunken duck this evening.
Yeah,
so
anybody's there.
you know, if you don't hear enough of them this afternoon, you can hear more. So anyway,
Okay,
all the
thanks
best.
so much, Bob. Yeah. Do I look as cool as well? Okay, I've not prepared any speech for you because it would be very easy for me to do that, because one thing that you know is I'm not bad at talking. I'm no good at DIY, I can't file applause or anything else, so I'll just speak from the art, okay? Bob said I've been here quite a long time, and that's the case, and I totally mean this. I leave this place with an hell of a lot of regrets, all the way along the line. People that know me, you know, I've sort of said, am I doing the right thing? And at the end of the day, I haven't got a bloody clue. All I know is that, you know, while I've been here 12, 13 years, I've only applied for a few jobs that's been in the Far East. I've always fancied working in the Far East because they give some good massages out there, you know. So I thought to myself, at some stage in my life, I would have spent a couple of years out there, and I thought, well, I could do it when I'm 60, but, you know, given my kind of lifestyle and that, I'm probably never going to get that far, so hopefully I'll get a few years left, and I'll keep you informed. There's a lot of people here that I think an hell of a lot of. And when you talk about morale at the college and staff, you know, problems and this, and all the things that have cropped up, the bottom line is, in my opinion, and I mean this, there's a lot of really nice people here, a lot of good professionals, and I think with the will, you can make this place good. And I'm going to be keeping in touch. I've got a fax machine. There's people here that I'll keep in touch with pretty regularly, and I won't forget what's happening here, and I really genuinely wish you all the best. Okay. This here was given to me by Frank and Bryce. Is Bryce here? Yes, there he is there. One of the things I certainly miss is Bryce and Stephen John, you know, systematically, you know, trying to wind me up and get the bait. And I've taken it so many times I'm going gills. This here apparently is for discipline problems because this is legal in Singapore. I don't know whether to give it to the head of the department, who's a woman, you know, to to use on me, like, you know, when I upset the Chinese, which, you know, is probably going to happen fairly regularly in the first 3 or 4 weeks. So, and there's another little present just in case I lose my balls, you know, which is increasingly occurring. I won't show you the rest of it. And I better not, you know, sort of like Andrew Public down Bootley Street and so forth. So, I could spend a long time sort of thanking individual people, and you know, you want to get to lunch, and you're going to get sick of me in a minute. I know that, I'm not stupid. So if I miss anybody here, then forgive me. Thank you to your mate Dave here, who I won't embarrass, who I've worked with over 12 years. We've never had a crossword. We could never have a crossword because I believe our sort of friendship and respect for each other, that in a kind of situation that even if I ever felt Dave was wrong, and I don't think I ever have, I mean, it's usually, I thought of something and Dave usually said, well, I'm not sure about that, and he usually always turns out to be right. And my attitude is, at the end of the day, you know, upsetting Dave would be worse than anything else. So we've never had a crossword. It's been a pleasure to work with this guy. He's one of the real model professionals and one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Okay. Bob, over the 12 years, I think I've got inside your head a bit, Bob, and this is no bullshit. You've been very kind to me, personally and professionally, and I value that and I appreciate that. The footballers, Steve, Sean, Dennis, Rusty, Martin, Steve, Mike, who else is in the room here at the moment? David, obviously, our goalkeeper. We had 8 years taking on the best that the welders, plumbers, carpenters could throw at us. And basically we cuffed them, didn't we?
No problem.
Steve, sorry mate. Steve's standing there again. And basically we cuffed them, and those were great experiences. I'll always remember that. Steve last night gave me a photo with, you know, sort of message on, and that will go on my desk. And there'll be a time I'll have a few beers and I feel nostalgic, and I'll type a message and fax it through to you. So I will keep in touch with people. Is Rusty here? I was just to thank Rusty. Rusty did say it 3 months. Little things can make a difference in your life. I used to go spearfishing, and Rusty taught me all I know about spearfishing. I used to be pre-foundation level. I could actually go in the water, you know, with a great white shark 2 inches long and missed it. I went in one day, I come back from a residential in Portsmouth or Southampton, and Jane was in Jersey with nothing to eat in the house, and it was dead hot night. And it was about 7 o'clock, and I looked at the timetable, and it was just right, so I thought, I'll go in. But I was such a bad fisherman, I never had a fish ring, because I never shot anything, so I didn't need it. And it was one of those nights where there was just fish everywhere, and they all said, shoot me, you know, they were all masochistic. And so I shot this fish, I thought, what did I do with it? So I thought, well, I'll open my wetsuit up, and a big wetsuit, and I stuck the fish in the towel still. And then I shot another one, and in the end I had 4 fish in the wetsuit, and I could have shot loads more, you know, but I couldn't get any more down the wetsuit. So what Rusty did was he made me this tailor-made fish ring that has been superb, and it was a little bit of kindness from someone who, it was fairly easy thing to do, but it made my spearfishing better.
Wasn't pleasurable though, Dennis.
I won't share the scale. Oh, I will. So, you know, from me to you, all the best in your professional and personal lives, and I hope that I'll see some of you again. As I've said, if you are, some of you may cross through Singapore, I will always buy you a drink down the Orchard Road or wherever. So, all the very best, and I mean that. Thanks again.